In this video, I'm going to show you how to edit your wedding invitation templates in Corjl. It's so easy and you can do it all before you even buy anything, so let's dive in. Hi, I'm Laney. I'm a wedding invitation designer, and you can find all of our templates in our Etsy shop at Design by Laney. So in each listing, you'll be able to see some pictures of what is available, but you can always try everything before you buy, and it'll save your info for after you buy so you don't have to do the work twice, which is awesome. So what you're going to do is you're going to find this demo link in the listing, copy and paste it into your browser. And this will pull up this fully editable template for you. You won't be able to print it out, but you'll be able to see what everything will look like with your information, which is awesome. So over on the side here, you have all of the different pieces that are included in your template. So we have an invitation, an RSVP card, a details card, and a liner template. And you can click through those individually. And then there's also some instructions here just to help you out, and will also help you with printing. And if you want to order colored envelopes or anything, we have our favorite partners to do that there. In your Etsy download, when you buy the template, you will actually get a full printing guide that'll help you print these out either at home or with our printing partner or at a local print shop. But for right now, we just want to show you how to edit the templates and use them. So anything that you click on, you can update. There are some things like this frame is watercolor, so you can't really change the placement or the colors of this frame. So if you're going to buy a suite with this kind of frame, you can replace the image if you want to, but in general, this is the whole vibe of this invitation. So you're not going to be able to change anything on watercolor elements. There are, however, some suites where you can change some of the background elements, and those are more, I like to think of them as graphic elements. So you can see the difference between this being like a shape, the orange piece, versus this is like a watercolor painting. So if I click on the shape, I actually can change that image color. So say I wanted to change it to a light green, I could do that. And you can see all the different options there. For instance, on this details card, you can also change this yellow. Maybe you want that to be like a purple. So you can make this completely match your invitation suite. Just as a reminder, the main difference between things you can change and can't change is if it's like a watercolor painting, you can't just change the colors of that. However, you can always use these demo links to see exactly what you can and can't change in a specific listing in case you want to try it out before you buy it. So say we have changed this to the colors that we want, and now we want to put in all of our information. Maybe we like this wording, but of course my name is not Haley Stewart. My name is Laney. So I'm going to change that. And my husband's name, well, his name is Alex Corjl. Since we're already married, I'll put my maiden name as his name. So now what if we want to like change the font or the placement or anything? You can do all of that just by clicking on here. There's two fonts in here that I created for my calligraphy, and no other template companies can use them. So this is the first one. It's called Sapphire Script. And then the second one is this one, and it's called Lemon Squeezy. So if you like these fonts, these are the only templates that you're going to be able to use those on, but then there are a lot of other beautiful, wonderful fonts that you can choose from as well. So say we wanted to use this font. This one was number 23, and then we'll just find 23 again. Change that. We could change the color of all of this text if we wanted to. So it could be like a darker green if just green is just totally our thing. And then we could copy this hex code and make sure Alex's name is our same color as well. So there's a lot of things you can do here. Of course, you're going to want to change the information to match your wedding. For instance, it's now 2023, so you definitely want to change that. And you're probably not all getting married on the 21st of May or all getting married at the same venue. If you don't want to have a certain block, such as this black tie optional, you can click on this layers panel and you can just delete that. And you can move everything down if you think it needs to be moved a little, if you want to make the text bigger, you want to make it on 2 lines. Any of those things you can do very easily here. If there's something that you're not seeing, if you don't have that black tie optional and you want to add it, for instance, you can always add a text box right here, move it around, change the text, add whatever you want onto it, and then you can also delete it if you don't want it. And you can do the same thing with an image. So if you wanted to add a picture or something or any kind of other design element that you have that's not available on the template, you can add a new image right here. Just make sure you have the rights to that image before you print it out. Now you can go through and put in all your information, make sure it's exactly as you want. You can do this for the RSVP card, the details card, and the envelope liner template if you like. For the templates, the envelope liners will need to be printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut down according to the guidelines. Most of them, this one doesn't yet, but most of them do have a kind of pointed flap. We call it a Euro flap. And then page 2 will be the square flap guidelines. Our printing partner that we love uses square flap envelopes. They give you free white square flap envelopes. So this is a great option if you want to add some liners to those, but you do need to print it at the full size and cut it down because they don't offer that specific size. Or if you wanted to use the pointed flap envelope, they don't offer the die cutting. So you can cut those down. There's a video here on my channel or designbylaney.com/DIY liners that'll show you how to do that if you want to add the envelope liner. With some of the envelope liners, you will be able to change colors as well. Again, it's kind of that difference between watercolor or a graphic element. So this one we can change to whatever color we want before printing it. And then lastly, with the liners, you'll want to delete these instructions layers. So you can just delete that before you print. Now say I've done all of this already and now I'm ready to buy this, but I don't want to have to redo that information. Then what you'll do is you'll click buy now and you can do this save changes. You like to save your changes and apply them to your new order. So you can save them. You'll have to create a free Corjl account, which then it will save all of your edits to, and it will take you directly to the Etsy listing for purchasing. After you purchase the template, you'll be directed to an email that will attach it back to Corjl. You'll log into your account and all of your changes will be there. To make a couple of changes, just my name and my husband's name. Center that up a little bit. And then I'll click buy now. I already have an account here, so I'm just going to put that in. And it's going to take me directly to this listing. So I'll buy it now. Place my order. And then I'll get my email. And when I click on it, I have my changes saved in here. So anything that you have done to this, all the color changes, etc., will save. You'll see that the demo text is not over here. It looks a lot better this way. And you'll see all the different pieces you have that are incomplete. So whenever you're ready to save your changes, you can just click save your changes. It's going to show that you're complete and you can actually go to download this piece. You can download it in a PDF or a JPEG. Typically, we want to download it in a PDF format, but it depends on exactly how you're printing, but almost always it'll be PDF. And I have these settings in the print download that you'll get after you place your order as well. Now, if you're printing it at home, you probably want to print it 2 up on an 8.5 by 11 inch paper, and you can print multiple pieces per page so that you can save some paper. We're going to want to show our trim marks because that will show us exactly where to cut the invitations for the best results. And then if you have a design that bleeds over the edge of the paper, then you'll want to click show bleed as well. That won't be necessary with this design because it doesn't bleed to the edge of the paper. But for instance, with this design right here, it does bleed to the edge of the paper. So you'll want to make sure you're showing the bleed. And what that means is it will print a little bit larger than the final size. That's this kind of extra orange outside of the cut marks, and then you'll cut it off. And that way you'll get the design all the way to the edge of the paper, even if you're cutting with a large trimmer or something. If you are going to use our print partner, then instead of downloading, you can click order prints, and there's 2 steps here. So you want to download your files, you can select all pages, and it's going to have the correct settings in here for you, so you don't really need to make any changes. You can click download. You'll get your download here, And then you can go ahead and order the prints through Prints of Love, which is just so easy. So you can just click on exactly what you need. Here's your card. Wedding, flat card, portrait orientation, 5x7. Let's say we need 100 of them. And then you can click to get your free white envelopes or not, depending on what you want. And then I like the matte cardstock finish, but you can choose any of the options if you want. And we'll upload that file that we just downloaded. So here's that squiggle invitation. It's going to upload beautifully. And then you can just add it to cart and you are ready to go. And they ship all orders within 2 to 3 days. And it's really great quality. So you can go ahead and do that. Or if you prefer to download, you can always use the download option and use the settings that are listed in your print download to see which ones are best, depending on if you're printing at a local print shop or if you're printing it through Prints of Love or if you're printing it at home. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll check out all the different templates that we offer in our Etsy shop. Of course, I'll link it in the description for you, but I love that you can just try it before you buy. You can see how all of the pieces are going to look and come together, fully edit everything, see what you're allowed to change colors on, what fonts you can change, how you can move things around, how things look with your custom images, just all of those things before you even purchase. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll stick around and let me know what questions you have about editing your designs in Corjl. Thanks, everyone.